Somegui baru saja memberikan 69.420. Testing 1, 2, 3. Somegui baru saja memberikan 69.420. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Good morning from Spain. We're coming. Team has just finished. Good morning from Spain. We're coming to you from the Jerez circuit. The first qualifying session will start in a few... Team has... The rider... The rock. Where with shots from the director offering up the final results screen as the last riders enter pit lane. As a reminder, the top 2 riders have just qualified for second qualifying, which will start in a few minutes. We're back again from the starting grid where everything's ready for the sprint. We are live from the grid where the teams are completing their last checks on the bikes. Soon the riders will take full control. We are... Everything from the start... the riders return to the pits, let's take a look at the final results of this race. Good morning and welcome to the Jerez de la Frontera circuit. We are live at the Spanish Grand Prix, one of the longest running events in the history of MotoGP. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the MotoGP class race. As you can see, we're heading to the starting grid where everyone is ready for the start of the race. The riders have completed... Race weekend comes to a close with the end of the MotoGP race. Let's have a look at the race results and then we'll see you in a moment for the podium ceremony. Cameras taking us into Parc Ferme to see the... It's been a very busy weekend. Hello from the French circuit of Le Mans. The first Motogp class qualifying session is about to start, and riders will be fighting for the last two places available in Q2. The mechanics take the bike out of the pit and the rider is ready to get back on it. The director offering up shots inside the pit where the team is waiting for its rider to return. The mechanics take the bike. The rider on his way. The team. We're with shots from pit lane, where the rider is returning to his pit. The mechanics take the...
buat ini gimana Mas? Buat dapat deh. Ganti lagi aja. Oh buat ini dengan baru. Nah, solusi itu bola. Lalu, ya.
Yeah. This is my decision. This is my decision. I don't think you listen. You listen. I don't think you listen. For me to come out, it must mean I'm a teacher. It must mean I'm not listening. It must mean I'm not okay. For me to come out, it means that I'm not teacher. I want to show you my love. Give me one break, I need faith. Faith to believe, faith to receive. Give me something I'm lacking. I don't need nothing. You are my everything. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me, only you. Only me and you.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started. He's had a hit! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't. He's got away. Haaland. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's picked out the run.
Foden really...
Pulisic! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Pulisic has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Hernandez. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, what a climb! No mistake! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can...
He's got the shot away! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
And he was quick to react. Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne. Haaland. Mignon can claim that. Ruben Dias. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ruben Dias promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
McAtee. Reinders. 30 minutes gone. Akanji makes the interception. Reinders. Bernardo Silva. He's in plenty of space here, and he's intervened well there. Reinders. That has been cut short. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Foden. Great hit! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which adapted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Reinders. Threads one in. Hits one! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Some resolute defending there. Oh, that's a key interception. Fiddles it through. Haaland! It is a very, very good save.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
And this could be the final action of the first half.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That's a little off target. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the contrasting fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, and their qualities have shone through. Well, look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget that...
Climbs up big! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So what can they conjure from this one? And this is the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Keeper's not concerned by that.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Hernandez. Reinders. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, terrible pass. And the shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Pulisic looking to run onto it. Oh, lovely feeding is such...
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's De Bruyne. Jimenez. And he's managed to get free. Jovic. And he's cut it out. So we've reached the hour mark.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Haaland. McAtee. Great chance! Oh, taken with style. Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Reinders. Joao Felix. McAtee. And Bernardo Silva! And that has faded wide. And no, that was never going to make it. Joao Felix. No, again there's no way through. And that is a little undercut. And here's Haaland. McAtee. He is through here. He's had it taken off him. Haaland has a goal! De Bruyne. Brilliantly cut out. Loftus-Cheek. Now it's Jovic. And he's gone backwards. De Bruyne! On and one more try! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's become a case of men against boys. Pavlovic. Taken back almost at once. De Bruyne. Pulisic. We expected better, and so did he. Lewis. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. De Bruyne. Reinders. Hernandez. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Two minutes has been indicated.
Hernandez. Joao Felix. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
They make me wanna be a painter so I can paint the world a better picture. They make me wanna be a good director. I make good movies that will go to the cinema. I
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
We have already started here. And now they can spring out of defence. Eric Garcia wins the duel this time. Goretzka. Guerrero. Bayern Munich looking to pass their way through. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It's got to be the so very versatile Thomas Muller, a player who never seems to stop running and equally effective as the most advanced striker. For me, his best position, or in a withdrawn role, or even out wide. He's just totally determined.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. He's got away. Well read, and the danger is averted. Goretzka. Coman. It's a good-looking cross. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. He'll try from distance. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That is good alertness. Coman. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Now it's Kane. Back into the middle. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Rafinha is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And he's been shifted off it. And he's Kane! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And he's managed to get free. Header! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Still goalless. He's in plenty of space here. He's had it taken off him. Yamal. Ferran. Great hit! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And it's Kane. Olise. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work? He's going for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. De Jong makes the interception. Goretzka. Looking for the runner, and he's picked out the run. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
There's a probing ball. Bayern Munich are looking to go forward now. Dani Olmo! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Well, and the referee brings the first half to a close. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Ferran Torres!
Barcelona.
Daniel! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lima. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Well, they've got it again. Oh, good spread. Muller. Kimmich. Here's Goretzka. Coman was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Ferran Torres. Yamal! Oh, a very decent attempt. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Kane. Dani Olmo. Played out towards the right wing. Can he finish? It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Dani Olmo is looking to set free a runner. Coman. Spread neatly. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Dani Olmo is fouled. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Rafinha taking charge of the dead ball. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Decent hit from there. Martinez picks it up from the goal kick. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nice, ended up in no man's land. Dyer, and it's been given away. Great chance! Rafinha! And more and more and more! And they are cruising away. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Neuer gets it clear. Eric Garcia. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. And he's away. And one more try. And they win it back again. Had a shot. Keeper gets just about enough of it.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Ferran Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ferran Torres. Decent hit! Oh, brilliant save!
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. There's the hit! That is decidedly lacking. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that is expertly dealt with. Nicely weighted ball. Rafinha, he has found the way through.
Pretty robust defending.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. A whisker away from making it 4. And time is up. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Ferran Torres taking in the...
If it's love, then you know that I'm with it. I've been down with the groove and the rhythm. From a sea where I go and make a living. Looking at you different, yeah. Another day, another dollar, yeah. Cause you my lady, I will holler. God, tell me how you feeling. Cause lately we've been dealing with the realest emotions, yeah. Struggle been real, the bubble revealed, yeah. We gotta prevail, can never be still, yeah. I wrote you a letter, you checking your mail, yeah. They loving the kids, they loving the tell, yeah. Keep it alive, they want us to, yeah. Since they're younger, they just want me to fail, yeah. I still be ever young, man, trying to keep love alive in the midst of the madness, that's how it happens. Let's get down, I don't wanna waste your time. Woke up in the morning, felt the blessings high. Gotta make a move, gotta ride, gotta find. Cause tomorrow isn't promised, though. Gotta move, I gotta go. I know I gotta make a move. Yeah, welcome to the limelight. When they put you on the pedestal and highlight everything that you've been doing for the people. If you ever get, there's gonna be a sequel. Yeah, I write rhymes a lifetime. I live the bird, the big. I turn the L's to wins. I felt the tides, I felt the winds from miles away. Yeah, I've been trying to find my way. Yeah. I don't know where to go. Johnny's on the road, had me going in circle. Johnny's on the dome, hit the flow. Where he go, they don't know. Case closed. Yeah, let's get down. I don't wanna waste your time. Woke up in the morning, felt the blessings high. Gotta make a move, gotta ride, gotta find. Cause tomorrow isn't promised, though. Gotta move, I gotta go. I know I gotta make a move.
Going up, escalator. Make it better. That's my manner. So see you later on an escalator. Going up. Look, 난 필요 없어 navigate. Hey, 본능이 나를 activate. Don't make a wish now, just do it. 지금 순간이 만누르대. Switch on, 뭘 그리 놀라 넌. Wake up, 넌 먹고 있다가는 lost. Kick up, 추적.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know.
It's a mighty effort! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a look and plays it forward. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ronaldo proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, that's fabulous. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Not the best distribution from the keeper. That's a nicely measured pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Valverde. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I have a feeling that Brozovic will be key here, Peter. Bit of a jack of all trades, but I see him as a vital link between midfield and defence.
Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a little off target. Ceballos. Valverde! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Valverde clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lucas Vazquez concedes a free kick for that. Could be danger here. He is through here. There's the hit. He's delivered all right.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Mbappe. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That's a good foot in there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Lucas Vazquez, ready to try one. Lucas Vazquez! That was travelling. That pass has been well intercepted. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Good strike, quite an alarm. Madrid looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. That is a great pick out. He's got away. Mane. He's had it taken off him. Oh, that's clever. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Ceballos kicks it up from the goal kick. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well, no joy this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And the shot! Good-looking ball. Chance to finish. They want to be quick to recover. Oh, in he goes again! And for sure, that was not one of his best. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And the first half is done. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
No way through there. Mbappe! Bellingham. Mbappe! He's got the shot away! They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Marcó en el minuto 55.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's Mane. It's a really well-measured ball. That is a little undercooked.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Espectadores.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, what a pass!
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
There's the shot! It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, easy pickings there. It's gone out for a throw-in. Bellingham. That was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid have their second corner now. And the header! That's a half-decent try.
Bellingham did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Pass is just off target. Lovely, great chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just cleared enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
A case now of complete control. That's been intercepted. Now Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No foul, says the referee. Brozovic. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Picked out brilliantly. And claimed it back swiftly. Into the last 5 minutes. Valverde. Can he get onto this? He has found the way through. Very nicely done. Valverde. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to increase the lead. And he's kept it out. And that's a poor pen.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but. A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Chance! It's a loose ball. Brozovic. Pass somewhat off target.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Madrid really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling, and that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Mbappe, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.